what I wish I knew before coming to Canada. Now, I asked my community yesterday and some people answered, so I'm going to share their answers with you.
One thing I wish I knew before coming, the same opportunities are not readily available for you.
Okay.
The way it is for every other Canadian.
There will be a lot of culture shock when you get to Canada. It is gonna be a lot.
Weather is no joke.
You have to be ready. It's also a test for you to know how far can you go. Canada is a big place. It's a big country.
It's fine to ask for help. People are willing to help you. People have been through what you're going through.
One thing I realized is that you gotta have to start from scratch. If you want to be here, you gotta be ready for what will come to you.
I can say, don't come here with
What I wish I knew before coming to Canada. Now, I asked my community, so I'm going to share their answers with you. I'm going to give you the nuggets, okay? I'll share with you what my community said, and also I'm going to have a guest who is an international student in the thick of things. So he's going to share what he wish he knew too.
If you find value after watching this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel.
Don't prioritize your immigration goals over your career or your life goals, because after your immigration processes end, the dust settles, you are a citizen or permanent resident, there's life to live after. So don't prioritize one or the other. Figure out how to let them work in sync.
The opportunities are limitless. The sky is the limit. I feel like, as I was talking about earlier, I was just onset on like going to school, finishing that. And I feel like Canada gives you an opportunity to work more on your passions, maybe in comparison to back home. So if I had known that the opportunities are out there outside of just going to school and being career driven, I think I would have started specific things earlier, built more on my entrepreneurial side a little bit earlier. I think that's one thing that I wish I knew more.
Just changing your environment will not magically change your circumstance. If you have an issue or something in your country that you're not happy about, or in your family or in your life, and you think you're going to run away from it in Canada, it's going to follow you. I promise you.
When I landed here, I didn't know that people are crossing roads after pressing the button.
Okay, so, you're a jaywalker.
The first day of my life when I landed in Canada and crossed the road, there were few people standing in a queue. I was like, why are they standing? There's not a single car on the road. And I crossed the road. And when I was on the other side, I looked behind. They were still standing. And I had so many questions. Why are they standing? And that time I was on my way to take my Presto card. After taking it, I had questions. So where exactly is the sign of the bus stop? I will say this was helped by one of my network because I connected with that person when I was in Canada. I didn't met him in person unless and until I came here. So I called him. I asked him for help that I am standing at this and this spot. So from where should I take a bus? He also told me that when you are inside, you have to pull a string when you are about to get down from the bus.
Invest in good winter gear, okay? Like, a lot of us from the tropics or from countries that don't experience winter are unprepared for the winter. I have 10-year-old winter boots that are still going. For as long as I've been in Canada, I've had the same winter boots because I wear quality boots. Like this year, now I'm thinking that I might need a new one. But invest in good winter gear. It's expensive, but it's worth it.
I wish I knew was weather is no joke.
The weather is no joke.
And the second is like cost of living.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the third would be like education system.
Okay, what about the education system?
Because in our country, like we don't use computer and laptops, like we have everything written, but after coming to here, everything like digital.
Oh, you mean back home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to operate computer and laptops in Nepal, but I would not use frequently like here.
So it's more techie here.
Yeah.
Making friends and building community requires intentional action and effort on your part. If you come here and go to school, then it's easier to make friends. But if it's not like when we're in school and we have our best friend that we have for life, once we leave our country, we have to make new friends. We have to learn to do that all over again. And nobody teaches us how to make friends as adults. So that's something you have to be super intentional about. So let's hear from Chanel. Chanel said, I wish I knew that going to school in Canada and getting a job in a knock code and working as a supervisor does not mean you are safe. I had 488 points during the time I submitted my application. Every draw and points were consistently over 500. And every year, points got deducted when my birthday arrived. Here's what Danny said. If you get a job supported by an LMIA, it doesn't guarantee safety or PR. And he also wishes he paid close attention to schooling in Canada. Let's hear from Steven. Steven said he wishes he knew that there were people willing to help. Isn't that part of your network? Isn't that networking? Isn't that you building connections because there's people to help? And Maggie said she wishes she knew that she needed to make meaningful connections as quickly as possible because it can help to make adjusting to your home less stressful. There again is networking, building connections, it's building community. That is what networking is.
One thing I wish I knew before coming is the Canadian credit system. Nigeria, I probably might be the same for you in Jamaica, right? In Nigeria, we pay for everything in cash. No one has a credit or no one's doing any pay over time, whatever situation with you. Nobody does that. So coming to Canada, I had to learn the hard way. Right? I had to learn the hard way. And then as an immigrant business entrepreneur, what I did not know was the sky is big enough for everyone, but to a certain extent, as a Black business owner or entrepreneur, the same opportunities are not readily available for you.
Okay.
The way it is for every other Canadian, right? For instance, when I was talking to my bank and I'm like, oh, this is what I want. Before I could say or ask this, oh no, we don't do it this way. Oh no, because of this, you're not gonna just give me the opportunity to, right? Tell you what I have, my vision, and then then you decide. Not I barely said anything, and then you're shutting me down. In as much as the sky is big enough for everyone, there are still some limitations for Black business owners or entrepreneurs, and then it's not an even field or ground for everyone to. I had to learn that once I started doing this.
Live a little, build some fun into your journey. I did not. I was stressed out the whole time. I saved all my money because if immigration was going to say, Christina, you need to leave tomorrow, I was leaving with all my money and not leaving not a dollar for the government to have, right? So I was trying to save up and just be conservative. But I think that you can build fun into your journey, even if it's just a little budget for some fun. Have some fun.
So it's probably in groceries. My mom and my stepdad bought groceries that milk are in plastic bags. I did not know that. I was like, there was a big bag that came out. I was like, Mom, what is that? It's like, it's milk. I'm like, huh? How did that become milk? And then there's like this small bag, so and you open it, and then I was like, so how do we get milk? How do you put it back in the fridge? And it's like, oh, there's like a picture for that one. Like, okay.
It's weird.
I was like, okay.
I agree. It's weird.
I was like, okay, because like in the Philippines, like, and also probably in other parts of the world, fresh milks are in cartons.
A box.
Like
right?
in a box.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, there will be a lot of culture shock when you get to Canada. It is gonna be a lot. You have to be ready. It's also a test for you to know how far can you go. Canada is a big place. It's a big country. One thing I realized is that when you get your first job, it's not going to be exactly in a corporate world. It's just like it's either going to be in fast food, it's either going to be in retail. So you have to be ready for that. You gotta have to start from scratch and be ready to have those kinds of experiences, because if you want to be here, you gotta be ready for what will come to you.
Yes. Do your research. Especially no is not the time to just take YouTube advice. No, not that it was ever the time for that, but there was a time when things were a little bit more predictable. Understand the full journey before you leave your country. Now, one person said that she wished she knew that the transition from student to PR was so involved and uncertain. She also wished she knew that researching and asking questions were important. Know the full journey before you come here. This book is my full journey. So if you want an example of what a full journey looks like, minus some of my hurdles, right? Now, I did ask an older immigrant, and he said that because he came from Pakistan, then to the US, then to Canada. But he spent some time in the US. So after leaving the US, coming to Canada, he was thinking that the US was the same as Canada, or Canada was the same as the US rather. And he was proven wrong. He also wished somebody told him that it was so difficult to find a job in Canada. We asked some students here on Durham campus as well. And this is what the Durham College students had to say.
Exchange rates. I'd say cost of living.
Network. And I asked several people in my community as well. So Shane said 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Say that 5 times fast. And he said that he wished he knew that there was an unspoken language when it comes to understanding Canadian workplace culture. Gavin then said, now Gavin has an amazing story that I cannot wait to share his story with his family. But he said he wished he knew the hidden cost of settling in as an immigrant here. And he wished he knew the importance of, let me hear it, networking. And I also asked him his one word. What's the one word to describe how you're feeling? Because right now he's in the middle of all these changes. But how are you feeling, Gavin? And he said, overwhelmed. But at the same time, it's very transformative. Brianna sent an email and she said, one thing I wish I knew before moving to Canada is how important it is to network and building your skill set as a means of passive income. All these people are talking about networking. Jet said that she wishes that she learned about TFSAs and maxing out her RRSP contributions earlier, and it would have made a big difference. She also wishes she knew the importance of understanding how to use your work benefits. I think that's the healthcare benefits. And then she wishes she knew that other immigrants are often open to friendships because they too are seeking community and friends. And sometimes if you can't find the community you're looking for, you have to create it. That's what Jet said. Then Audra said she wishes that she knew how to build credit and opening a TFSA and RRSP before coming. She wished she knew that before coming. Then she also wishes that she had reached out to more people before coming and understanding about renting and what it's like to live in a condo versus a basement. But we see a trend here. I hear a trend there about wanting to know about RRSPs, TFSAs, which is content that is coming to this channel, to a channel near you here on As Told by Canadian Immigrants. Let's check what Sanjay had to say. She thinks above all else, she wished somebody told her to live. Don't get caught up in the journey so much that you forget your journey and enjoy the little things around you. The beginning is hard, but it does get better. Work hard, but also take time to enjoy living in a new space, a new culture, a new environment, and in short, be kind to yourself.
The first step is coming, and then you have to figure out how to thrive in Canada. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of us just feel, once we come to Canada, we achieve the Canadian dream. Things are already set up for us to achieve it. Mm-hmm. But you have to do a lot of work to actually achieve it and be okay. It's fine to ask for help. Mm-hmm. I find that a lot of immigrants struggle through things and they're scared to ask for help. Mm-hmm. It's fine to ask for help. People are willing to help you. People have been through what you're going through. Mm-hmm. It might not be the exact same situation, and people are just always going to be there to help you out.
So let us hear what Kimberly had to say. Kimberly said, I wish I knew how difficult it was to break into the job market. Even though I came to Canada as a student and completed a program that included a co-op work placement, employers still insisted that I didn't quite meet the mark due to the lack of the proverbial Canadian qualifications and Canadian experience. She had a degree, extensive experience, but she believes it was disregarded because she was from another country, a developing country with a majority Black population. That's what Kimberly believes. Cheryl said, be prepared to step back a little before moving forward. Career advancement may not be an immediate, and you might need to start a more junior role than you are accustomed to. This transition may be challenging, but it is important to stay patient, persistent, and Build a network. Embrace the opportunity to learn, grow, and explore this vast country. With time, dedication, and resilience, you will find your path to success.
I love it.
Amazing.
I can say, don't come here with expectation. Don't think that it's a bed of roses. Don't come and think that it's everything is going to be handed down to you. Know that you're coming, you're going to prepare to work for whatever it is that you want. For whatever it is that you're, want to accomplish, you got to work. Always just hold your head up high and do the right thing. No matter what the case is, do the right thing. Because like I said, before, I knew about Canada, North America, England, all those. So I knew about it because these are the people that I was interact with while I, was in Jamaica in my teenage. I know I wasn't coming up here and everything was weird. In fact, I was so slow in even trying to come. I was having such a good time. I didn't really want it. So everything was just like, there was no pushing and no rushing.